Hey everyone, Lion Roar here, and I've got a really exciting Gemstone Legends summons video for you, so let's get some new heroes. But of course, if you haven't downloaded Gemstone Legends yet, you're definitely going to want to do that, and you're going to want to use the link in the description of this video along with that code #lion_2021 hashtag, because you're going to get a whole bunch of free stuff, including a free epic hero and a bunch of golden gems and things. It's the only way to get it. You can't get it by downloading it from the App Store or Google Play or anything like that. So please read the description of this video for the instructions. Before we get started on summons, I want to point something out right now. It is currently May 8th, and we have an event going on called the Summoners Fest, which I already did a video on, so please make sure to go check that out because I talk about it in more detail. But the essence of this particular event is that if you get all the points, you can get this free hero, Zoey, and you can see over here, you get the shards as a reward for completing the event. And how do you get the shards? Well, the main way to get them is by summoning heroes, hence the Summoners Fest. Another good way is to buy energy with gems. So if you have a lot of gems and you want to do that, you can get this too. But this is really going to help me get Zoey. I already broke Zoey down. She's an awesome hero. I definitely think if you have the ability to get her, you want to get her. And saving your summons up for times like this during the Summoners event and for these boosted chances is just the best way to get good heroes. So that is what we are going to do today. I'm going to take all my scrolls. I've been waiting for this moment, so that's why I'm really excited about this particular summons. Now you can see I have a whole bunch of silver scrolls. I might do a couple of 10 pulls with that just to see if I can get one of the epic heroes. It's not very likely, so I don't think I'm going to blow all my silver scrolls, but mainly I'm going to be doing these gold scrolls and platinum scrolls there. All right, so let's try maybe just a few of these silver scrolls. All right, I got a rare hero here. All right, let's try another one. I'm glad they let us do a 10 pull for this, that they all just show up at the same time. There's another, just a rare hero. Okay, maybe one more. All right, so just uncommon ones with that one. Okay. All right, well, that's kind of what I expected for that. I'm not going to do a whole bunch of silver scroll summons, mainly because I use the silver scrolls for the dailies. To complete quests like that, and I'm not sure what to do with my bronze scrolls. You know, I use them for food sometimes and things like that. But all right, here's the good stuff, the gold scrolls. So you get a guaranteed rare hero, and then you could get an epic hero as well, or even a legendary. But that's it's really rare to get a legendary out of the gold scroll, but it happens. I've definitely done it. That's where I've gotten some of mine. All right, here we go. Right off the bat, Vanessa. All right, so Vanessa is a blue leader, increases the speed of all blue allies by 20%, and that's always good, right? That's like one of the best abilities in the game. Gains increased attack for 5 turns, gains increased speed for 5 turns, and gains increased critical chance for 5 turns. Hey, I'd say that's a pretty good special. And passive ability is attack is increased by 15% for every positive status affecting her. Wow, okay, so she's kind of like a powerhouse attacker. What we get? What we get? Ife. Okay, interesting. So, Ife is a leader who increases attack of purple allies by 30%. Then we have this first special, Disintegration. Deals damage to a single enemy, 285% of attack, and ignores 20% of defense. So that's always really, really good. In fact, that's what's making Raphael really good, ignoring defense. Passive ability of deals 40% more damage to enemies with higher HP than hers. All right, so again, another attacker similar to like Vanessa, where she's just going to be dealing a lot of damage. So basically what I'm doing is I'm clicking on them to skip through if it's just a rare hero. The rare heroes are not bad. It's just, of course, you don't want to see me read every rare hero I get. There's definitely good ones that I'm like taking up to 5 stars right now. I'm working on Alton and Floki. Here we go. It's an epic one. Vepris. So when you click and try to skip, you can tell if you're going to get an epic or legendary hero because it doesn't let you skip it. It plays out the whole animation. Vepris is an HP leader. Increases the HP of all allies and rifts by 25%. So if you're having trouble in the rifts, should be good. 100% chance to inflict Assassin's Mark on all enemies for 3 turns. Assassin's Mark basically is a status that then like blows up and deals damage. Restores 8 mana whenever a negative status is inflicted. And accuracy increased by 30%. Alright, so that's interesting. Has anyone used her? I'm really curious. Seems like she could do a lot of damage, but it kind of comes slower. But then it just like kind of like builds up over time. There's Alton, so he's one of the really, really good rare heroes. He does defense down, so I've taken him to 5 stars and I've loaded him up with some good equipment. And we got an epic hero. Torbjorn is an HP leader for blue allies, increases their HP by 40%. Deals damage to a single enemy, 37% of caster's max HP. So you want to load him up with HP equipment. And the passive ability is resistance is increased by 100% when at 100% HP and immune to stun. All right, excellent. Floki, that's another one that I just took to 5 stars. Mainly because I haven't had a ton of good green heroes. Here we go. Violetina. I haven't had a ton of good green heroes for the blue Titan, the blue raid boss. And Floki really helps with that one because he basically makes it so that the blue raid boss's statuses don't land on you. All right, Violetina is a speed leader everywhere. Increases the speed of all allies by 12% in all game modes. That's obviously really good. Special ability deals damage to a single enemy, 300% of attack. That's huge. She's definitely a sniper. And the passive ability recovers HP equal to 30% of damage dealt, and once per battle can resurrect with 30% HP. So you've probably run into her a lot. She's on the campaign map and things like that. She's pretty good, you know, being able to resurrect and things like that. And she deals a ton of damage, so depends on how high you want to take her, but she can be really good at all points of the game. Another epic hero, Theo. I don't think I had Theo before. I think he might be the last one I needed to get in this particular family. But he's a speed leader in the arena, so amazing, obviously. That's a really, really good ability. His special ability removes 1 positive status from all enemies and 100% chance to inflict heal block on all enemies for 3 turns. That's pretty good. So, you know, against the purple raid boss, it gives itself these buffs that this would really help to clear away. That's interesting. That's interesting. And then passive ability. Accuracy increased by 10% for each living enemy. Perfect. Okay. I like that one. I'm actually considering that against the purple raid boss. Obviously, Tessix is the best one from that family, though. All right, what we get? Epic hero, Nahira. All right, there we go. Our first Forest Keepers family hero. And she's the HP leader. Increases HP of all allies in the arena by 38%. Deals damage to all enemies based on 145% defense. So you want to put the defense equipment on her. 50% chance to inflict sleep on all enemies for 1 turn. So basically, this is making them not play, which is good. And then 100% chance to inflict curse on all enemies for 3 turns. So similar to Theo, who I just pulled, curse is really good. In fact, this is probably a little better. But basically, this means that any positive statuses that an enemy gets, this is going to like clear it away. So really, really good. And then lastly, the passive ability restores 15 mana to all allies whenever an ally dies, and immune to silence. So she's speeding it up. I don't necessarily like the depending on a hero dying kind of special, but I think this could be a really good hero as well against the purple raid boss, and against just any team like you go. She's a specialist, so any team you go against that has a lot of buffs, you would want a hero like this. So I'm excited to have her because I think, you know, I run into teams like that from time to time. I could really use her. And another epic hero, Grezio. So the Grezio is one I already do have. Restores 20 mana to an ally, grants increased defense to an ally for 4 turns, and grants fortify to an ally for 4 turns. Passive ability, if affected by 5 or more statuses at the start of his turn, removes all statuses and recovers 40 mana. Wow, that's a lot of statuses to have affect you though. All right, moving on. Come on, let's get a legendary hero today. That's what I want. They're just fun to get. They're not always better than the epic or rare heroes. I mean, you know, obviously they're crafted to have better specials. But that's one thing I like about the game, that I have plenty of 3 and 4 star heroes. I've now ascended to 5 and 6 stars, so Tessix being one of them, because he's just so good. Alton's another. Whoa! Where'd the animation go? Alright. Stanko. So he's an important one to get if you want Guinevere. So definitely make sure to lock your Stankos. Took me forever to get a Stanko. Then once I got him, I started getting a bunch of them. And we just got Octavia. So Octavia is really good. Increases the speed of all allies in the arena by 17%. 100% chance to inflict Assassin's Mark for 1 turn twice. Deals damage to a single enemy and detonates Assassin Marks immediately. So basically it's a status that when it explodes, it deals a lot of damage. And then lastly, the passive restores 100 mana when she kills an enemy. Wow. And speed increased by 20. So she's just going off. Like, she's just going off and going off and going off. So this is a really good epic hero. Definitely worth it. I'm glad to have her. And Yab. Okay, so this is another good one. This is a really good one, actually. Speed leader of green allies. So this is a good one against like the green raid boss, or sorry, against the blue raid boss. Special ability deals damage to all enemies. 100% chance to inflict vulnerability on all enemies for 2 turns. So this particular special, you know, it's good against the raid boss, and it's even better when you go against a team of a lot of blues, and that seems to be the meta right now. So like, this hero is going to be useful not only against the raid boss, but in the arena when you're taking on a bunch of blue heroes. And the passive, come on, let me click on it. There we go. 20% chance to use his special ability twice. That's obviously really good. Double the damage. Yeah, I'll take that every time. And immune to decreased speed. All right, I'm glad to have Yab. Yabi? Yabi, how do you say that? Jab? Someone, let me know in the comments. 20 more left. And then we'll do some platinums. Legendary Cassia. Oh man, yes. All right. I don't know if she's good though. I actually don't know much about Cassia, so let's take a look at her. But this is exciting. Cassia. I don't even remember seeing her. All right, so she's an attack leader in the arena. Increase the attack of all allies in the arena by 30%. Whirlwind deals damage to all enemies. 165% of attack. 100% chance to inflict vulnerability on all enemies for 1 turn. So obviously the vulnerability is really good. That's going to let any other damage dealers just deal like 30% more damage, which is really, really cool. And then lastly, the passive ability, 30% chance to use her special ability twice. 100% chance to use her special ability twice if she's affected by at least 5 statuses. And accuracy is increased by 15% for every status affecting her. Interesting. All right. I don't know how I feel about her yet. She's not popping off the page to me as a hero that's overpowered. But she might complement some other heroes depending on what the other strategy is. So I'm going to have a think on her. But I'm always glad to get a legendary. That's a rare thing to do. All right, moving on. All right, we got another epic. This is Yorgala. The special ability grants protective shield based on 80% of target's max HP to an ally for 2 turns. So kind of a healer, but a very targeted one. And actually the targeted healers are pretty good in this game because I don't know if you've noticed, but they like to pick on certain heroes. And so generally like the raid boss and even when you're in the arena, they tend to be knocking the health of one of your heroes down. So Yorgala kind of fixes that. And the passive ability, 15% chance to cast active ability on herself when attacked. That's interesting. That's kind of cool. And immune to heal block. So that's pretty good. I like that. This is a cool little epic hero. All right, and 3 more gold scrolls left. All right, come on. Let's go, Raphael. This is 2, and it's a rare. And last gold scroll is a rare. Nepta. Okay. All right, I've got 2 platinum scrolls. I've got 2. Let's see what I can get with those. Epic Hero. Aslog. I don't have this one yet. So this is a crit rate of purple allies and increases the crit rate by 25%. The special ability deals damage to a single enemy, 220% of attack. That's pretty good. 100% chance to inflict mana choke on a single enemy for 3 turns. That's good. 100% chance to inflict a decreased speed on a single enemy for 3 turns. That's good. So this is going to be a good hero. It looks to me like versus the raid boss. Probably. More than anything, because most of the specials being used on one enemy. That's just perfect fit for the raid boss. Of course, if you go against someone in the arena with a really tricky type of hero, you can like basically slow them down and keep them from firing and things like that. So she's a very good targeted attacker. I like her. You kind of need these toolbox heroes from time to time that, you know, if you go against like a Jasper or something who just seems so overpowered right now, obviously she's purple and she can kind of like keep him at bay for a little while. Passive ability, speed is increased by 6 for every 25% crit rate. And immune to decreased critical chance and decreased critical damage. That's really, really cool. So she's going to speed up and deal more damage. I like this. She's a good hero. She's a really good hero. All right, next platinum scroll. Last platinum scroll. Here we go. It is an epic hero. Easton. I don't think I have him yet. Speed leader of everywhere, of all allies, and that's 12%. So that's good. Speed's always good. Special ability deals damage to a single enemy, 274% of attack. That's a lot. That's high. And ignores 20% of defense, so that's obviously good. Again, that's what's making Raphael good. If you do get Raphael, is that ignoring defense part. And then the passive ability deals 30% more damage to enemies with higher defense than his. That's really interesting. It's really interesting. So this is kind of incentivizing you to put equipment on him that increases HP but decreases the defense, or at least keeps it down low. All right. So let's jump back into the main map there. Those are my summons. But let's check out the event. How far did I get in the Summoners Fest event? Hopefully pretty far. Oh, not quite all the way. I have a little bit further to go. Let's see. So I need to get how many more? Like 2,000 more points or so. Can I do it? How many days do I have left? 6 days. Okay. Oh man, looks like I'm gonna need more summons, or I can just like buy a bunch of energy with gems or something like that, to be able to do that. So every 120 energy bought with gems gives you 50 points. But gosh, 50, that's like, oh man, I'll need a lot of gems to be able to get that up if I'm gonna buy a lot of energy. Of course, I could always go get more scrolls, but man, do I really want Zoey. Zoey is an awesome hero, and I would definitely recommend everybody try to get her if you can. All right, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to smash that like button. And if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe so you know when I go live or post videos like this, and I will catch you in the next one.